2, 1, action. And it is now Don Casanova, everybody.
And it's not about me today, but welcome here in the villages. It's a beautiful day, and I am so happy to be here for Joni and Joe. And I am on the fabulous Lowrey Fiesta, which I have had for weeks and weeks and minutes and minutes. And I'm going to show you a lot of the wonderful things that this can do. If you have any questions, and because we're such a nice small group, please feel free to just unmute yourself and say, hey, stop, I have a question about something. Otherwise, I'm going to play some good songs. Hopefully you'll like them, and feel free to sing along, dance along, and just enjoy. This is the Lowrey Fiesta, and I'm going to open up with a Broadway number, not big band, Robert. I'm going to open up with a Broadway number called It's De Lovely by Cole Porter. So let's get started. Yeah. How's the sound on that, Joni? All right? Okay. Very nice. That's Broadway. And all I did was push Broadway and rhythm preset. So we're keeping it really easy. What's nice about Lowrey is that everything works left to right, unless you're working from song setups in the middle. But what we have in the center here, we call general presets. Now I know, Frankie, you have an LC15, right? So that actually has 4 presets in the middle. Well, these 4 here are the same. They're exactly the same. And Janet, you don't have the presets in the middle, but they're kind of nice because you don't have to press anything else. And it's going to give you a nice full organ. It's going to give you a nice pipe organ. That's your Phantom of the Opera sound right there. I'm just going to push easy. Then you have a nice theater organ, and number 4, I'm not going to play them all. 4 is always some beautiful Shenandoah strings. Number 5, this is the new one. This is a pretty choir on the bottom, and your Christmas chimes are on the top. Number 6 is a real pretty 3-part harmony organ. Number 7 is a beautiful choir. And number 8 is a beautiful piano and strings. Okay, that's going to get you in the mood for Christmas, I know. But these are beautiful presets that you can use by themselves, or you can use them with any of the rhythms. So if I wanted to switch up my rhythm while I was playing It's De Lovely, I could have just pressed one of these presets and had a whole different sound going along with my background. What a wonderful thing. Okay, now there is something on here called a rhythm preset. Now the SE5, the conductor, doesn't have one of these because the rhythm preset is automatic. It's built in. Whenever you push something, it's just automatically going to come on. On the Carnival, you have a rhythm preset, and what that does is it chooses a tempo for which rhythm you're choosing. It chooses a sound or sounds for what rhythm you're using, and it balances everything. In short, rhythm preset says, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's the I don't know what I'm doing button. So it's perfect for all of us who are just beginners and are just really want to sit down and play. We don't want to spend a lot of time pushing the buttons on our instrument. We also have an information window, which tells us a lot. And it tells us how fast we're going. That's the tempo. It tells us how many miles an hour. No, it tells us how many beats per minute. And on here, it also says which chord I'm playing. So if you accidentally bump something and you go, that does not sound like the chord I'm supposed to play, you can double check it in the window. And if it says F sharp major 7 and that's not what your music says, you can correct it, because all that means is you bumped something and it's not sounding right. Use your ears for that. Now, over here, what I love about this instrument is that it looks like you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rhythms. You actually have 36, because each one of these rhythm buttons has 3 backgrounds underneath the buttons. You heard me play the Broadway. I am going to now play the Broadway variation. And yes, it's another Christmas song, because this is your Jingle Bells, and it's fun to play. You can feel the snow. Intro ending. That is one of the most fun rhythms they have ever put on the Lowrey organs, and it's here on the Lowrey Fiesta. I told you there were 3 backgrounds on each button. So we're now going to go to Broadway Basic. Sometimes Basic is better than having the full band, because sometimes less is more. It's not just a great practice rhythm. It's also nice to just be able to play a song. And I'm going to use rhythm preset. It's chosen a tempo of 110. It's chosen a nice sound, a nice organ sound. You can never go wrong with a good organ sound. And I'll be playing Swinging on a Star, Mr. Bing Crosby. Now I'm going to push a button that says AOC. AOC means any old chord. Oh, it's automatic organ computer. And what it does is it does for my right hand what the easy button does for me, my left hand. It allows me to play the whole chord with one finger. Now you also heard a little bit of fill-in there, and there is a kick switch to the left, which does the same thing as what this FX button here does. And that just gives me a little extra boost to my music when I'm holding a long note. So when I was on that Broadway and kicked my foot, you were hearing this. All that extra fun stuff going on. But you can do that with your kick switch. Just kick it to the right, and it's going to give you just a nice fill-in. That's any background. It's going to give you something fun. Okay. Any questions so far? All right. Now that we've done all of our Broadways, let's take a look at a ballad. Ballads are so nice. This gives you a 50s ballad. And I am not only going to make use of the rhythm preset, I am also going to make use of our general preset number 8. I told you that once you get done with this sound, you can just come right down here and press a different one, and it's going to make it sound fabulous. So let's try with the song Love Letters in the Sand. See if you remember this one. We're going to change the preset. If I want to go back, I just press rhythm preset again. I'm going to touch the ending button. Nice. Yeah. I love this instrument. It just has so many nice sounds to it. I forgot how pretty this instrument was. I haven't had one in the store in a long time. You can play newer songs on here as well. And one that's been quite popular lately is one called Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. And when I go to that same ballad button, I now can choose the variation. The variation is going to give me exactly what I need to play a beautiful rendition of Hallelujah. Now I'm going to use the rhythm preset, which is the I don't know what I'm doing button. It's going to set everything up for me. But then I am also going to come down here and change to my general presets. You notice I'm just using one button touches. I'm not coming over here and messing with a lot of stuff. I'm just pushing something and it changes the entire sound on my upper keyboard. And it's just right there at the touch of a button. I will be using number 7, which is the beautiful choir, and number 6, which is that beautiful 3-part harmony organ. I'm going to start off ballad, rhythm preset with my introduction. When I touch my introduction before we start, by activating the chord, just touching it, my intro is going to go off on me. Here we go.
Hello.
back to rhythm preset just by touching a button. When I'm finished, I touch the intro ending button again. Beautiful song. And it comes out perfectly on that ballad with the variation, that second rhythm that you get.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was pretty. I like that song too, and I like that rhythm. Okay, now I'm going to do a little Latin. Now I know your organs have Latin, so I'm just going to play a short version of the Latin with no variation and show you just how fabulous it sounds on this instrument. That's your bossa nova, and we'll do a song called Never on Sunday with the intro. And the fill-in. Okay. Then the ending. I'm not playing a lot of this one because you both have the Latin. You both all have that Latin that's on there. But, oops, I don't want to pick that one up. This one also has a Latin variation. And Latin, you don't always have to just play Latin songs. Here's one by Stevie Wonder called My Cherie Amor, and the variation is absolutely perfect for this song. Intro ending.
What's the variation called?
Pardon?
What's the variation called?
The variation is called Rumba Begin. Thank you. Yep. Rumba Begin.
Great.
And you don't have to play a rumba or a begin. You can play something that's a nice pop song, a nice pop ballad, and it comes out beautifully. and I'm doing a fade out. And all I'm doing is pulling back on my expression pedal. And instead of using the ending for that one, I just faded it out. And you can do that with any song you like, actually. Okay, I'm going to play part of one because rock and roll is something that a lot of people ask me about. And this organ has rock and roll, even though it's hidden here. You don't see a rock and roll button. But what you forget, what a lot of people forget, is that gospel is an absolute fabulous, let's put it on gospel, way to play rock and roll. You don't have to play just gospel music. So we're going to play a little bit of spinning wheel on gospel. And listen to the drums go crazy. Drummer, take it away. So you can even play rock and roll on the Fiesta. That's what I love about this instrument. It's very versatile. You've got
I
lots
never thought of that.
yeah, no,
That's
gospel
really
works
good.
very well. Yeah,
That's
very
really
well.
good.
Just because it says gospel, oh, there's lots of stuff that go on that. Okay, let's talk about the middle a little bit here. That's a little bit enough music just for now. I've got more music coming up, but you have some things going on in the middle that you don't have on the other instruments. You've got song select. You can have songs pre-recorded inside your instrument, and the first half of the Black Lowry songbook is pre-recorded in this instrument. And it's just like taking the teacher home. So you're taking me home, or you're taking Joni home, or you're taking Robert home, you're taking Joe home. And that's a wonderful thing, because when you're home by yourself, sometimes you go, geez, what was that person? How was Joni going to teach that song? So you scroll until you get to the song that you want. And let's say we're learning Mary Ann. We learn Mary Ann, we're going to push play stop. That easy. And it's going to play the song for you so you can get it in your ears. And you can play along with it. Or there's actually a button right here that says play along, and it'll knock the melody out. And the chords keep playing, so I can work my right hand. And if you get lost, you turn the play along off, and it brings the melody right back in. And when you're ready to stop, you hit the play stop, and it stops. It's easy, 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 and it's the best learning tool that you can have, because it really lets you take the teacher home, and it's here. It's right here in your instrument. So that's what's going on with these buttons right here. Now we're going to move to a button on here that I love. It's called Hawaiian. Now I could have chosen soft and easy for this song. I'm going to be playing Hoagie Carmichael's The Nearness of You. But instead of playing it on soft and easy, which is something that is kind of expected, I'm going to use Hawaiian because I think the Hawaiian background is beautiful and you don't just have to play Hawaiian songs on a Hawaiian background. All right, I'm going to be using the rhythm preset. I'm also going to use general preset number 4, which is beautiful strings, and general preset number 6. So it's the Hawaiian, the Aloha with rhythm preset, and yeah, we'll put on an intro ending just because we can. Number 4. Now I'm going to do number 6. Back to rhythm preset. And the intro ending button.
Very nice.
Pretty.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. I love using Hawaiian for my slower songs. Really nice. Okay. Now there's a variation on Hawaiian as well. Not just the one Hawaiian, but I think this was the first instrument that actually started using the Hawaiian Paradise. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joni, but I think this was the first instrument that used this one. And this one is fabulous for lots of your Broadway songs. Yeah, my brain goes dead when I need it. But a lot of your Broadway songs that have big orchestration. I'm going to be playing Temptation, and we are going to do a very exotic Paradise. Fill in at the AOC. The intro ended. That has to be one of my favorite backgrounds of all time, and it's on every instrument. But this, I believe, is the very first one that included the Hawaiian Paradise, and it is so versatile and it's so fabulous. Okay, we have not done any country yet. Let's press the country button. And rhythm preset, of course. It's going to choose for me It's going to choose the style, the tempo. It's going to choose over here, so I don't have to even worry about touching. Notice my hands don't come over here very often because I don't need to do that when my rhythm preset and my general presets are choosing the sounds for me. Most of you have this one, so we're going to play a little bit of Your Cheatin' Heart. But what I want to show off is a glide switch that's underneath, and it's the left hand switch that's going to twang my guitars. So that's what I can do with that left foot switch. So here we go with Cheatin' Heart. Put on an intro. Let's go. Yeah. Woo. Yes. If we go to the country variation, this is the new one. And I believe this was the first instrument that included this one. And it's everybody's favorite, the train. You gotta have the train. Oh, it's the train alone is worth the price of admission for the Fiesta. Here we go. The train. Gotta have the train. And we don't use basic enough. Most people look at basic and they go, oh, that's just a practice rhythm. Well, guess what? I think basic is a wonderful rhythm for all of these on its own. So we're going to do a country basic, and we're going to play Paper Roses, a good old Donnie and Marie song, and it's basic country. And it's an easy beat to hear. This is the one I use when I teach a lot because it's an easy beat to follow. That's a good rhythm to start on, too. If you're just learning a song, it's an easy beat to follow, and I highly recommend using basic country or basic any of them. But they also make fabulous rhythms on their own. Okay, next we have a polka button. That means we're going to hire the polka band to come in. Rhythm preset, the I don't know what I'm doing button is already on. And we are going to play my melody.
Dawn, for some reason, the sound is a little less right now.
A little less.
Yeah, I've turned you up as high as I can go.
I haven't done anything. I just don't want it to clip. Joni, did it sound like it went down? It did a little bit?
Your voice is down too.
Really? Wow. I have not touched anything. Technology is wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah, you're real faint.
Really? Nope, I've got full everything here. All right, let me put a little more. Ready? Here we go. Is that better? The sound was back up. It was good? Okay. All right. No, honest and truly, I didn't touch anything. Okay. Now I have two more songs to play. There is a signature background actually in this, and I do believe that this was also the first instrument, the Fiesta, that has this background, this music style, and it's I Left My Heart in San Francisco, and it's the big band variation. So I'm going to touch the introduction, and I think you're going to get the beautiful version of San Francisco. There they go. There's the pianos. is less again? Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I have done nothing.
Called technology, Dawn.
Yeah, I know.
This only happens to you and me, Dawn.
Yeah. I know. Oh. All right, I'm going to put the master volume up a little bit. I just don't want it to clip. I just don't want it to start clipping. But if you're not hearing it, wow. Okay, but could you hear it at all? Could you hear that San Francisco sounded pretty? Okay, all right. It's just technology.
It's very quiet. The sound is very quiet.
Okay, that's technology. It's doing its thing again.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I have one more to play, and we have not done anything with the foxtrot. And I am going to be doing Red Roses for a Blue Lady with the foxtrot. Nope, that's the variation. That's this one. Yeah, that's the wrong one. That's technology too. That's called I pressed the wrong button.
Yay! And that actually came in pretty strong.
That came in pretty good? That's because I tweaked everything. Put everything up. All right.
Well, you're a good tweaker.
Well, this is a fabulous instrument. Thanks for sending it up my way. I haven't had one in a long time, and I've truly enjoyed playing on the Lowrey Fiesta. And it's here. It's fabulous. I love it. Any questions?